topic today. And our second main topic today is this. So I have this article here that I want to pull up, potentially, if my computer will agree with me. There we go. I mean, not really. There's those good old technical difficulties. Let's see here. There we go. I have this article here that I have pulled up from, again, Screen Rant, that there was like this little interview with Steven Spielberg, and he had kind of mentioned, I want to see if I could get to the quote. Again, computers being very, it is not working with me today. I want to see if I could get to this quote, but here's the quote here. He says, this is from Spielberg. He says, quote, "I'm really encouraged by Avatar: The Way of Water and Top Gun: Maverick being nominated for Best Picture. It came late for the film that should have been nominated a number of years ago, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. That movie would have definitely garnered a Best nomination today. So having these two blockbusters solidly presented on the top 10 list is something we should all be celebrating." And I definitely do agree to that to an extent. However, I do want to say on the topic yesterday of us talking about the Batman not being nominated for an Academy Award, that leads me to ask this question. In 2022, if Steven Spielberg believes that, and the 2023 Oscars, that The Dark Knight would have been nominated for Best Picture, is he, not only is he saying, but does that mean that the Academy would agree that that movie is better than the Batman? Because I don't think it's better than the Batman. And if Spielberg believes that would be nominated now, then how come the Batman wasn't nominated now? It is a better movie. It's a superior movie. I will agree that the best performance comes from The Dark Knight with the performance from Heath Ledger as Joker. We can all probably agree to that.
That's why he won the Oscar for it.
For sure. However, that performance doesn't make the movie more better. And the fact of the matter is that the Batman is a way better movie to me. It's, again, as we said yesterday, it's the greatest Batman movie ever made, for sure. One of the best superhero movies ever made. So I put the question to you now, Lucas. If Spielberg believes this, do you agree with him? Do you believe in this year with the movies we've had, if Dark Knight was released this year, is it on the list for Best Picture, A? And B, where does that put the Batman then?
Yeah. I would say that in a vacuum, in a year where the Batman, didn't come out, and Spielberg was saying this, I mean, I would agree with him. You know what I mean? Prior to, I guess, hearing that the Batman totally got snubbed for it, I would have agreed with him, for sure. Because, I mean, like you were talking about on the show yesterday, and I was saying in the chat, too, that, like, the Academy's changed a lot in, what is that, 14 years or something? It has. I mean, all of these blockbusters, and Steven Spielberg's kind of the king of blockbusters, or one of them at least. But as for where that puts the Batman, I don't know. I'm trying to, because I love Steven Spielberg, and I'm trying to, in my mind, make it seem to me that it was just a total coincidence that he says this, like, right after the Oscar list comes out. I mean, we were talking about the Batman all day yesterday, It seems like weird timing that he's going to come out and say The Dark Knight specifically of all of them. Why not Iron Man? Or, you know what I mean? What about any other movie that came out in 2008, 2009? Right. And I mean, I guess all of them
there is a bunch of backlash online currently from Batman fans that are like, whoa, how come our, this wasn't nominated for more shit? I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it was a down year at the theater, and like we were saying, it's the second, in my opinion, it's the second best film of the year. So how come it's not Best Picture? How does Elvis get it over it? I haven't seen it, but I just find it hard to believe that Elvis is a superior movie to the Batman. It's got to be. There's no way. It's hard for me to believe. But guys, you guys are hearing this. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you agree with Spielberg that in this year of 2022 that if The Dark Knight would have released, that it would be nominated for Best Picture? And if you do agree or disagree, where does that leave the Batman movie for you? Directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.